Jeez, it's been long since I made a last video, but I promise you guys, there's gonna be a huge update today because for the past 2 weeks I've been getting some new stuff and things were quite busy because I also had some animals that unfortunately passed away. And today we're gonna do an uncut video, so there's gonna be no edits. We're just gonna jump straight into it, but with the unfortunate ones first, because first we have our dead Dorcas bonodilis and stick insect right there. That was the one that I found in the wild while I was hiking. Here is a Cyclomatis metallifer. I have two of these. Unfortunately, they died as well. Just a molt. Some other beetles I found, and that one's a Parabuthus maculatus. And yeah, here's another one. This one's a rare scorpion. It's a Rhopalurus junceus, R. junceus. So it's a very rare scorpion, uncommon scorpion. And yeah, let's jump straight into this update. There's going to be 0 edits and 0 cuts. So yeah, might not be that boring for some of you, but let's just get straight on with it. First one, we're going to have a new scorpion that I've got recently. This is Tityus stigmurus, also known as the Brazilian bark scorpion. This is a 4-eye, and it has some very nice colors on it. I'm going to do a feeding video a little later on, so keep up to date, guys. This guy eats a lot, by the way. He eats tons. Not so much on drinking water, but eats a lot. Here's an exciting one. This one's Rhopalurus junceus, but this one's an alive specimen. Right there. It is a very beautiful scorpion. It is one of the rarest scorpions in the hobby. My friend fortunately found one of these, and he knows the seller, and the seller decided to give him his share. So I've got some of these Rhopalurus junceus for my friend as well. So this is some really fantastic news. This one's a 2-eye, so it's a newborn little baby. Very cool species, very pretty, and of course one of the rarest in the hobby. Might be rarer than Leiurus, the black deathstalker, which I forgot the scientific name of. Here is the same mold, Parabuthus raudus, but as you guys can see, much bigger. As I've mentioned in the last video, this guy just molted. It is now a 4-eye, very big already, and has some very nice colors. Moving on to the next one, we're not going to waste any time. We're just going to go straight from this one to another one. Here's my Androctonus bicolor, also a 4-eye. Huge bad boy right there. Look at the claws. You can see the color change in the claws. Very beautiful fat tail. Very nice scorpion, one of the nicest scorpions. And this guy's decided to eat these days. Oh, that was close. Almost got my finger. Want to be really careful with these scorpions, you know. You don't get stung by one of these. Once you get stung by one of these, that's pretty much the end of your life. If you're allergic to these venom, of course. Okay, and here I have something that's a little special. I wouldn't say very special, but more on the uncommon side. Okay, it's going to be hard to get them out, so I'm going to grab my tweezer. Alright, these guys are my Liocheles Australasiae, the dwarfwood scorpions. No venom. I wouldn't say they have no venom. I mean, if they have a sting, they have venom. But these guys rarely use their sting, and of course, their venom is not potent at all. Not to humans, at least. I have 2 of these. Right there. 2 of them. And I'm trying to start a breeding project on these guys. These guys are communal species, just like Tityus stigmurus, so they're fine together and very nice species. These were actually my first scorpions when I just came into the scorpion hobby, and I've decided to get them again because, you know, I just like them so much. So moving on to the next scorpion, we have Mesobuthus eupeus. I got 2 of these. because I bought them as a pair, so a male and a female. This one's a female. And I think she's gravid. Yeah, she could be gravid. So I'm not going to disturb her too much. Just going to put her back inside her hide. Don't really want to disturb her. Alright. Moving on to the next one. This is a Mesobuthus eupeus male. Right there. These guys are pretty nice. Decided to get these guys because they were cheap in invertebrate shop near me. And so I bought these guys. Thought they'd be nice to have some diversity in my collection. So bought them since they were cheap. Here is my Isometrus maculatus. This is a male. Bought them as a pair again. The female's over there. She's also gravid, as you can see. She has a very, very big belly. This is a big mom. Look at her pregnant belly. That is huge. Huge, huge belly. So I'm not going to disturb her too much since we can see her through the glass. This guy, yeah, it's a male. Very skinny. Wasn't eating the past few weeks. So I'm going to try and feed him again in the next feeding video that's coming up. Hopefully that goes well. Because he is a little on the skinnier side. And gonna put these guys in the back later. Here is my 5-lined skink. Yes, some reptiles. All right, this is another name for this one is blue-tailed skink. As you can see, very pretty, very nice color on the tails. This one is just a little baby. It's not an adult yet, so it's gonna have a long way to go. I don't know. Still has long to live, and look at that, so jumpy. Just likes to jump around. It's crazy, but very pretty. Look at those colors. You got bronze, then you got gold, and you got blue. This is some very nice lizard. All right, now I'm gonna put the cap on because I don't want it to fly out. I mean, jump out. You don't want these guys to jump out of your enclosure and run loose in the house, because they're very hard to catch. All right, gonna move him over here for a second. Now move these guys away. You guys can skip this part. There we go. Yeah, my desk is really messy. Sorry about that. Here is a Hottentotta female. Very pretty scorpion. Very, very pretty. You can see the orangey red on the claw. Has a very nice color. This is an adult female, I believe. If not a sub-adult female. Alright, don't do what I'm doing right now. Don't stick your hand inside. But, you know, I'm just going to fly through the video because I don't want to keep this video too long. Alright, okay, on to the next one. This is my Euscorpiops vachoni or vachoni, depending on whether you want to pronounce the H silently or not. Again, I bought them as a pair, so here is the male. And here is the female. I think. Yes, this is the female. Because her belly's a little bit bigger than the male. You can see the male is a little on the skinnier side again. The claws are way bigger. The claws are larger than the females. The female's one is slimmer. So I'll put them back. Not going to disturb them too much. They don't like to be disturbed because, you know, scorpions are nocturnal. And I'm turning on a very bright light just for filming. So I'll put them away as well. The next one is my Leiurus quinquestriatus, the Death Stalker scorpion. Yeah, it doesn't move much. Very dark colors. I'd say this guy has some darker colors than other Death Stalkers. I'm not sure why, but yeah. It's not bad. Still nice. It's just a little more unique because of the colors. And there we have our good old Brachypelma albiceps. Alright, so this is my last tarantula left because my family doesn't really like spiders and they don't really want to keep this many of spiders. They told me if I'm buying this many animals, I'm going to have to sell some stuff. So I sold my Brazilian white knee, my jumping spider, and yeah. So I only have this guy now. I'm definitely not going to sell this guy. Never. This is my first tarantula, and it's my favorite one. I know it's a new world. Come on. The newer tarantulas are not lame. I mean, we got to change this mindset. Come on. The old world tarantulas are cool. I mean, yeah, Pokey has some nice colors. Those blue and yellow and gold and whatever. But, you know, new world tarantulas aren't bad either. They're really nice. And here I have a huge enclosure because I have 2 giant scorpions in here. And it's not emperor, it's the Asian forest scorpion. Here is the male. As you guys already know, I used to have a male and I still have this male. Right there. Very nice male. I wouldn't say he's huge. But this female right here is definitely huge. Let me try and get her out. I don't want to stress her out too much. And there we go. She is huge. I mean, just... okay, maybe not that. But yeah, she's huge. Look at that. I don't know how to explain this, and I don't think I can measure it, but she is around... her width is around 2 finger space. And I am not exaggerating. She's just one huge scorpion. Which is why I got this new big enclosure. Sets it up nicely for them. Has a dinosaur skull, you know. Nice hide, water dish, a fake plant. Very nice overall enclosure. And then in here, I have 2 new reptiles. Oh, look. Guess what? Guess who's out? Very nice. Oh, no. Alright. These guys are my leopard geckos. So this is a tangerine leopard gecko. Nothing special, just a little tangerine leopard gecko. I'm not going to buy those crazy breeds where it goes like eclipse, whatever thing. This is just a normal tangerine leopard gecko. Very cute. Still a baby. A tiny leopard gecko. And yeah, I'm using kitchen towel for... sorry, I was speaking a little out there. Oh, it likes its chamber. So yeah, I have these humid chambers where I spray more water in there and keep it extra humid because they do sometimes go inside and they do feel comfortable in these chambers. I have one over here as well, one for each leopard gecko, and they do like to relax in there. They really like the humid bed made out of cotton. You want to use something like cotton and not something that's loose and could drop fur because it could get into their ears, and you want to be careful with that because you don't want to give them ear infections. And the reason why I'm using kitchen towel for the base is because when they poo, it's a lot easier to clean than substrate like that. So I'm using kitchen towel for hygiene purposes, which I really do recommend you guys also use. It's a lot more simple in terms of cleaning and a lot more hygienic. Alright, here is my tangerine stripe rainwater. A little more special. You can see it's a tangerine stripe rainwater. Stripe, rainwater, tangerine. Very nice leopard gecko. This guy is called Tempest, by the way, because it's like, you know, lightning on the back. The other one is called Blobby, I think. I don't know. My sister came up with the name. Kind of weird, but yeah. Gotta be a little careful when I put these guys back into their home. You don't want to, you know, crush their feet or something. So you want to be really careful with them. Whew. All right. Now we're down to some beetles and some 2 more scorpions, if I remember correctly. Ugh, wow, this one's heavy. Oof. All right. Here is my Androctonus australis, my yellow fat-tailed scorpion. I have two of these now, a male and a female. This one is a male, and the female is right there, behind the cactus. So I'm not going to disturb them too much because, again, these guys are very feisty. They can be very aggressive. I don't want to disturb them too much, but I'll just show you guys what I mean by feisty. All right, maybe not now. They're a little more calm, but I don't want to intimidate them. So I'm just going to leave them alone. And again, I bought a big enclosure because now I have two scorpions. I don't recommend people keeping them together. But Androctonus species require very little space. And in fact, most scorpion species require very little space, which is why I decided to buy a big enclosure, set up nicely, put both of them in, and hopefully they could start breeding on this flat rock right here. Probably going to check on them tomorrow morning again. So I'm going to keep them in this enclosure for now. See if anything goes wrong. If something goes wrong and they start fighting, of course, I'm going to separate them immediately. But so far, so good. I mean, it's big enough for both of them to stay in the same place. So I think it's going to be peaceful. Nothing bad's going to happen. I'm going to put this guy back. It's one heavy enclosure because of the sand. And now I'm going to get the beetles up. Beetle enclosure's not looking very good because they mess up every night. And I get too sick and tired of cleaning them up because they do mess it up very easily. And here is my Parabuthus astacoides. Yes, my bad. I need to remember a lot of scientific names. Okay, so very nice stag beetle. Oof. Big oof. All right. There's a female. Tiny, I know. And the male is very strong. It's gripping onto my finger. Here is the male. Has very pretty colors. Their lifespan isn't long, so I'm assuming they're probably going to die in a month or two. And we're talking optimistically, so yeah, got to really treasure these guys before they do die. All right, there we go. On to the next one. Here is my Brachypelma Liocheles. Yes, this pair is not dead. The couple here is not dead. There's the male. Slightly red. Mostly black. Very nice coloration. Because it's a little like fading from red to brown, then to black, you know, very nice colors. And the female's right here. They're both very healthy, and they're still fine in their enclosure. Might have to change the jelly soon. But overall, they're doing pretty fine. Unfortunately, my Dorcas binoculus wasn't successful in breeding, but I mean, you always get a second chance for breeding projects as long as you get the species. So I'm looking forward to a second chance, and this is my Silotroops Gideon sumatrensis. It's an L3 larva. This is in pupation, pre-pupation stage, so it's going to turn into a pupa soon. So I don't want to disturb them because they're making a pupa chamber right now. Yeah, so is this one right there, the white thing. You guys might call it a grub, but I call it a larva. Larva is singular, larvae is plural. And this is also in pre-pupation stage. So I'm not going to disturb these two because they're going to turn into pupas very soon. Here is my Parabuthus davidi. Long arm beetle. It's a little hard to see because they're all inside and I don't want to dig them out because it's, oh, there we go. This one's good. There's the buttocks. Huge buttocks. Yeah, they've grown a lot. These guys were crazy, you know. They hit growth spurt or something. It was like last month, the update I did not long ago, maybe a month or two ago. They were still tiny. They were like three times of a booger or something. But now they're like huge. They're like a third of an average sized human poop. So from three times of a booger to a third of a human poop. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I mean, look at that. That's just the buttocks. This guy, nowhere to be found. I don't want to disturb them too much again, and I'm keeping them in here just to avoid, humidity loss. You don't want to lose humidity too much. This one I have to spray later, so I'm going to leave it outside. And yeah, this is my update. I don't know what else do I have to say. Unfortunately, the ones that passed away and left us will never come back again. So, yeah, very sad. But, I mean, come on, new family members, very nice. I like all of them. I love all of them. And thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you guys for giving me so much support. I'll see you guys in the next video. And in the next video, we're going to be talking about feeding these. No, we're not going to be talking about. We're going to be feeding these animals. That's right. This is my first uncut video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a like and comment on. Let's focus on the positives, okay? But again, if I made any mistakes, tell me. Bye.